Yellow, how's it going everyone? Lord336 here, back with another video, and today I'm bringing you this short video on how to prepare yourself as well as possible for GoFest 2021. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So before we start the video completely and I start giving you a good couple amount of tips and tricks for this GoFest, I just want to say one thing, and that's you can never be too prepared for this event. It is usually the biggest event of the year. GoFest is something to be very excited for because they always bring out new shinies. They have some great rare spawns, and it's overall just a nice experience to be with your friends and to go and shiny hunt, because usually they up the rates like a community day or almost like a community day, so you're going to be finding a lot of shinies. And this year's actually a bit different, so let me just briefly go over what's happening for each day and then give you my little tips and tricks on how to prepare. So, if you guys haven't kept up with the news yet on Pokemon Go social, you'll be well aware that the first day is focused on the spawns. So they said the increase of shiny rates are going to be active, which means if you're a shiny hunter, like myself, you'll really want to try and get all those new shinies, the shinies you really want from the spawns the first day. Because the second day is focused more on raiding. So there'll be all legendaries, or mostly all legendaries, in the raid battles for the second day of GoFest. You are going to get around 21 free raid passes. I'll give you the exact number on the video here. I might have mistaken, but you get like 10 free raid passes and you get 11 free remote raid passes if you buy the ones in the shop as well for the bundle. So you get lots of free raid passes for this $5 ticket. And if you're playing the event with the ticket, I am giving you the tips for that version of it, because I personally will be playing with the $5 ticket active, and I'm not sure how it's going to look for people who don't have it active, unfortunately. So now that I've got that all cleared up, let me give you my tips and tricks for day number 1, because day number 1 is going to be focused on shinies. So what you'll want to do, most likely, is keep a list of all the shinies you're currently missing and which ones you'll want to be hunting for, because that's honestly the big priority on my list personally. But for some people, shinies aren't really a big priority. You're more looking for PvP, for example. Some people are looking for hundos. So it all is priority in what you're looking for specifically to make your collection a lot more valuable in your eyes. And the second day is focused on raids. So my preparation for that would say is to let your friends know what raids you want to raid and remote raid, and ask them what they want as well, because maybe you'll want to raid the same Pokemon. And if you're not playing with that friend and you're playing from a different location, you guys can actually send the raids to each other and hopefully get more encounters with these legendaries, because like I said, almost every single legendary is going to be active on the days of GoFest day 2, and you're going to definitely want to take advantage of those raid passes you're getting with the pass itself. So the next few tips I'm going to share are just general tips. They're not really specific to days. It's more or less just how to prepare generally for the days. So my first thing I'm going to talk about is your Pokebox. So your actual stores for your Pokemon. And I'm going to give this in a bit of a more holistic approach. So looking at it more or less with each person in mind. So if you're a casual player, I'd say roughly about 100 spots is more than enough for you. If you're just going to plan on checking and not really catching a lot of spawns, then that's more than enough, right? If you check your IVs usually on every catch, that's definitely more than enough for you, and you can keep cleaning it out. If you're more of a moderate player, I'd say 500 spaces. So someone who, you want to catch a good amount of Pokemon, you'll be walking around for half of the event at least. That's something I'd say is a good amount. And obviously, for your hardcore players like myself, who's going to be walking around the entire day, taking very few breaks for the entire event, and I'm going to be catching almost everything and hunting everything I possibly can, I will be needing at least 1,000 spaces or more. 1,000 spaces is the minimum, I'd say, because the last thing you want to do during the day is have to clean out your box while you're trying to shiny check and while you're trying to catch more to get some good IV Pokemon, right? So my next tips and recommendations I want to share with you are on your bag. So obviously the most important thing for the day is the Pokeballs, because you'll be wanting to have enough to catch. So obviously if you're a casual player, maybe 100 balls total will be good enough for you. You're not going to need too much because obviously you're doing more checking than catching, and you'll be having a couple stops hopefully in your area to spin. If you're more of a moderate player, I'd say try aiming for 500 balls total, because at the end of the day you'll be catching a lot of Pokemon, and hopefully you'll be walking around a space where you have some more balls to spin for in the Pokestops. So try your best to keep an area of 500 or more balls if you're not planning to play the entire event. And if you're hardcore like myself, I'd say the minimum requirement of balls you need total is 1,000. At least 1,000 total. And half of those should be Ultra Balls or Great Balls, because you want the better balls to catch with if you want to really have a better chance of catching fast these Pokemon and then just moving to the next spawn. Because Pokeballs, while they are great for your auto catchers like the Gotcha, the problem is it's a 50-50 chance of catching. So obviously most of your spawns at that point are going to run away. So you want to have the better balls, in my opinion, so that then you can just fast catch a lot of these Pokemon and then you keep moving on with new spawns and fresh spawns. So that's my hardcore tip for you guys. If you're planning to like play the entire event with a couple to a few breaks, make sure you have tons of balls ready for the day, so that way you don't have to spin a lot of stops while you're out there hunting. Finally, tip number 3 is to play at your own pace. Obviously, there's going to be people who are going hardcore, and there's going to be people who play casually. Like I said, people who play moderately. Like you want to hunt, but you don't want to go hunt your heart out to the point where you're going to be draining your energy completely like myself. Because that's what you'll be seeing at the end of that video. Trust me, when you see my GoFest video, you'll be watching me sweat. Well, depending if it's hot or not, obviously. The weather is conditional to that. So don't let other people tell you how to play the game. That's the worst thing you can do to somebody. Find people who play at your pace and have fun with it, right? The whole point of these big, giant events, in my opinion, are to connect with friends and family and have fun playing the game. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's a game, and it's meant to be played with friends and family who you're going to have fun with. So don't take the game too seriously sometimes, and just enjoy it for what it's worth, right? You might not get what you're looking for, but at the end of the day, you might get something that someone else might need, and then you can trade it, and hopefully, you know, get something good out of it. Because remember, 6 special trades each day. So you get 18 special trades in total. Because the event starts in Australia, people who live on the Western Hemisphere get the special trades active for Friday as well. So 6 for 3 days, that's 18 special trades. Take advantage of it. Get some lucky trades out of the way, maybe. Unfortunately, distance trading won't be live, so you can't take advantage of that. But if you can meet up with somebody and try and do 6 special trades, do 6 legendaries. You never know if one of them will turn lucky and it'll be a hundo. Always better to take the chance than to just waste a potential, right? And that about wraps it up for my quick tutorial on tips and tricks on how to prepare for GoFest. The best advice I can give anybody for this day is to be prepared beforehand. So give it a couple of days before GoFest, so then you're meant to be prepared as well, because there's a lot of stuff going to be happening, and I hopefully am going to be here to quickly help you guys figure out what to do, because obviously this can be very hectic. This day is going to be very hectic with spawns. Kind of like Kanto Tour, if any of you played that one. Kanto Tour was quite insane with the amount of questing you had to do and all the missions and tasks, and there was a lot happening in terms of every single feature of the game. So just take a breath sometimes, and just remember, you're with your friends. And if you're not, remember, it's a game, have fun with it. So I wish you all good luck on your adventures and your playing time when you have the time to play the GoFest. And yeah, have fun with it. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, make sure to boom, hit the like button. Click the button down below to subscribe to the channel, hit beside it. Sure enough, I want to put in a new video. I've been Lord360, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.